Hey guys, so on the video before that, I talked a little bit about self-love, and I felt like I had to come here and share. And we serve a God. Oh my gosh, I'm tired holding the phone. But we serve a God who's everything, honestly. He's everything in a way that he can teach you so many things that the books, like whenever you read about like smart people, the things they're learning, you realize that God has told you, all those things. If you really lean on him, he'll teach you how to work hard. He'll teach you how to have self-love. I remember I was listening to this lady. She's like Nicolas Sarkozy. He's like a former French president, and he married this lady who's like a model, and she was a model, and then she became a singer, and then she now married the president. So she probably wrote a book. She's like one of the people who like inspire me because she did a lot of things, by just, and she's just one person. And she was saying that it's very important to her that she is kind. She was saying that she's a very kind person, and she was like enforcing on kindness, and you could feel that even the way she was talking, that she was a kind lady. And I was like, so if someone who has been able to achieve all these things is enforcing on kindness, then it's because kindness is really important in life. And then I remembered as well, there's this book I've been reading, and they were saying that it's very important to be kind, like as a business person, if you want clients, because if you are kind, then people will feel comfortable to ask you questions, and if they ask you questions, then you're gonna make more money. So, and I whenever I was talking in this video, the video before this, I realized that how much, and then obviously as a Christian, you're supposed to be kind. It's something that God says, like, do unto others what you will expect them to do for you. Love others as yourself. Sorry if I'm rambling. So yeah, so it's saying love others as yourself, and that's the definition of kindness. So it's like God, guys, like if you lean in God, he'll teach you how to live in this world. Things that people take 10 years to discover. You can learn that in just a short time, just following what God is telling you. But today I wasn't gonna talk about kindness. I just wanted to talk about self-love. um God teaches you self-love, where I do agree with these self-help books, but sometimes when you follow them a lot, you can end up, yes, having self-love, but like being obsessed with yourself. And so yes, it is self-love, but like maybe it's like a higher amount of self-love where it's all about you and it's not about the other person. And that can also cause a problem, as the same way that if you don't have like enough self-love and you don't like yourself, then it can also cause problems, because it's like you're gonna give and give and give and give and give, and then you'll be drained and you'll probably be depressed. But at the same time, if you are so into yourself, then that's also called narcissism, and you will actually like push away people, or you'll be like a person who doesn't help other people, who's not like a good addition to the community, because all you see is people are there to like help you, and you can't let the other person like have like a win, because you have to have a win first. So that's also a problem. But with God teaches you a right amount of self-love. Like I remember um yesterday I was talking to a friend, and he was like, what did he say? Yeah, he was like, oh, I'm gonna come see you. And I told him, I was like, okay, you can come see me because I'm going to go to bed in 1 hour. So, and he was very mad. And I really missed that friend of mine, and I really wanted to give in, but I was like, no, this is not right. But to him, he didn't understand that it wasn't right. Like, whenever, if he says he wants to see me and I have said I miss him, then like I have to give in so he can come and see me, because I was the one who mentioned that I miss him, you know. So for example, if you don't have self-love, of course you'll be like, oh, like, I guess let me give in and just like let him come, although I might end up sleeping fewer hours. But yeah, so that's an example I was giving. So uh pray to God so he can give you, like, so you can learn the right amount of self-love, because I do see, it's personally, it's not something I struggle with. Like, I'm able to, like, have boundaries. Like, there's some friends that, not a lot, just like one, like two or three, or yeah, but like that I've had like issues with, and because they were asking so much from me, and I was like, I didn't feel like giving, you know, much to them. And I was like, but I'm a Christian, I'm supposed to give. But it feels wrong to me. And I was like, but why don't I feel wrong? Why doesn't it feel wrong giving this type of treatment to another friend of mine? Why does it feel wrong to give this type of treatment to this specific friend? Like, I didn't understand, It's like you have two apples, and that's an example I can give. For one person, it's you feel comfortable giving that apple. For the other person, you don't feel comfortable giving that apple, but it's just the same apple. So I was wondering, like, why, But it's like something in my body, just I just felt like I didn't want to do it. And fast forward, and this girl and I were not friends anymore. And whenever I look back, I realized that the way she does friendship, because she had issues with other people, but the way she does friendship is more as taking and taking and taking and taking. So the other people become drained. So for me, without knowing, it was like I was something, you know, yeah, I believe it's God, or the Spirit of God was preventing me from getting drained. And that's why I was saying no. But if it was someone who, let's just say, who doesn't have the Spirit of God, who doesn't know the understanding of self love, like maybe they don't love themselves a lot, they will give in and be like, oh, I'm a Christian, I'm supposed to help this person because this person is asking for help. But I believe if you have the Spirit of God and He has told you how to have the right self love, you'll know when to say no, but you also know when to say yes, and go and help people. But you also know when to say no. So yeah, so basically, yes, definitely ask God to have self love. That's also something God will give you. It's not something I asked per se, but it's more about the more I learned in God, the more I learned to love myself, the more I learned to enjoy myself, and the more I learned to not depend on people at a higher level, but to depend on Him. Because whenever you don't depend on people, and whenever your joy doesn't come from people, it's easier to say right to the right things and then say no to the wrong things. So yeah, so keep praying for self-love. Honestly, I think it's something very important in the world. Like, if you have self-love, everything will be good. You have the right friends, the right choices in, I don't know, anything, clothes, careers, um, spouse. So it's something I also wanted to share. So I hope it helps you. And bye. Until next time, God bless you. Bye.